My name is Dalton Mckay. I personally came here, and I've been waiting for this day for the longest time. An opportunity for the youth just to stand up for what they believe in, for us to strive for success. And I believe that it is very, very much accomplishable. And we are 100% capable of accomplishing the goals that we want to accomplish in life. And before I continue, I'm also making a Facebook page, Indigenous Youth Perspective. And you could try to find it on Facebook. Thank you for anything and everything you have done for me and my people, spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and for giving us the opportunity to strive for success. Whatever the mind can conceive, it can receive. My name is Dalton Mckay. I am the youth representative for Pmicikamak, Cross Lake, Manitoba. We have the right to manifest our own thoughts and create our own future. Whatever we can think about is what we bring about. Rather, if you think you can or can't, either way you're right. I think that's what the problem is with our generation, that there's too many negative conflict, saying that there is no hope for our water, that the water is already ruined. And that hurts me to hear that from many of our youth. The water used to look so magnificent and beautiful that you could practically see right through the water. And right now, I absolutely know we can environmentally benefit a better future. It's a lot easier than you think. You just have to be wide awake. Mother Nature's future will be bright for as long as we know we can. Take care of the land, and the land will take care of you. There's still hope. There always was. I think that hydro spent the last 40 years actually addressing the problem of land erosion, decrease in population of animals that were once essential to the diet of the Aboriginal people, mainly muskrat, which many elders say that are harder to harvest, and the continuous water fluctuations that prevent many of our land users from going onto their trap lines and surrounding areas that were once their hunting grounds. We wouldn't be dealing with this issue today. Many of the land users believe that hydro have avoided to take responsibility to have clean hydro, and this taught me not to become too self-reliant on unfulfilled promises, making us think that their way is the only way, that their way is the better way. I laugh to that. There are multiple of ways to get other means of electricity, such as wind turbines, wind generators, which are not as damaging to our beautiful land, rather than just flooding it. Your present is a reflection of our past, and our present state of mind is the future that we already have. We possess more power and more possibilities than we can ever imagination. And visualization is one of these great powers we all hold within us. Every one of you individually in this room. The youth of our people are living in a generation in which we can't enjoy the water like our ancestors once did. We are environmentally less fortunate to admire the beauty of our water, and are limited to receive the valuable resources that Mother Nature has to offer. The fishing areas that were once valuable and rich are slowly decreasing, and what fish population that are left with are mostly ill with mercury. Some having spots that are on their bodies, indicating that they are not healthy. So this is one main reasons that going fishing as a means of catching fish for supper are not an option, but more of a catch and release sport. As for hunting with parents and grandparents, most are reluctant to teach us because the dangers that it now involves. It is something that we have to be self-cautious about as youth, with many dangers such as driving a skidoo over lower elevated water levels, where it is possible to fall right through. Also, as the water elevation continuously goes up and down, then drags the trees down along with it, having the trees and debris underneath the water surface. If a boat were to drive by and hit this, it is a possibility for the boat to go capsize, meaning going upside down. And what if the child didn't have any life jacket with For the youth that have to be self-aware of what they do nowadays because of all the environmental hazards, As I was sitting down with two of my friends, we were talking about this very subject. I looked to the right and I saw two kids of my friends. And they're walking on strollers. They're playing with each other with joy. And sure enough, they both looked at me at the very same time, and they both had that huge smile. That made me realize something. That those are the smiles that I want to see whenever they look at our water. When they go to the beach, just seeing how blue and crystal clear it is. When they go out fishing, and to see the excitement in their eyes when they see a fish swim by, because that's how clear our water is. And that is my vision. To live to see that day in Manitoba once again. It is possible. If you want something to stand up for them, for the children, for the next generation, for the next kids, for the next youth that are going to be standing up and standing for our land. Oh. And if one stands, we all stand for that same vision. This is a very strong message that's specifically for our Aboriginal people. And it is a very powerful message that can help us benefit a better environmental future. What if there's a way to reverse this curse that's been placed upon the land? A solution to all our problems, whether if it's health, wealth, or your overall well-being. And in this case, environmentally creating a better future. Aboriginal people from all tribes and all nations across Canada. Today is the day that somebody finally reveals the secret to you of how life really works. No matter where you are, no matter what age you are, no matter who you are, no matter who you are, you have the right to manifest your own destiny. Have you ever wondered why life hasn't turned out the way you want it to? You start to become frustrated with life. Then you begin to get this negative perspective on life. Why life isn't changing, and it only gets worse and worse. You could use this as a reference to our water as well. Well, this is because there's a system in which our ancestors followed by. And it is no different for anyone else in this world. It has been written and passed down through oral history and known from our great ancestors, the most brilliant minds and our most blissful leaders that once roamed the earth. We are all guided by the exact same teachings, one infinite power. This power is the attraction forms into action, and that's what I call it. What happens when we begin to complain about something or someone? We get more of it. What happens when you become more grateful for someone or something? We get more of it. 95% of the time, we already have the things that we've desired. What about the other percent? The other 5% of the time is that it's going to happen, meaning it's in the process. So I know for a fact, 100% I know for a fact that our water is going to be back. And if this natural element of our teachings doesn't turn out the way you want it to, it doesn't mean it didn't work. It's just that our doubts and fears are more greater than our desires and confidence. We've been living through a constant cycle of mediocrity, and there is a secret in which many don't know of, because it has only been kept to the most wealthiest, self-righteous, and the most power-hungry people alive, and kept away from the less fortunate. Example, our Aboriginal people. We have to know this. This is going to help us and benefit a better future, environmentally benefit a better future. The life of your dreams, everything you would love to be, do, and have has always been closer than you knew, because the power to everything you want is inside you. Every one of you. It all starts with you. Don't suspect to make change if you can't change yourself. Be the change in which you want to see in others. The human mind is like a signaling tower that's sending out radio frequencies to the universe and returns back to the source you. It is impersonal. It does not see good or bad things. It doesn't hear, I don't want this. It simply manifests the things that you're thinking of. Don't ever wonder how it will come about. Just know that it will. Have faith, knowing that it will. Then eventually it will happen. It just makes it that much more irresistible. Just know that the universe is always saying your wish is my command. And once you realize that there is no limitation in the human mind. You wouldn't believe what we're capable of. It comes in 3 simple steps. Ask, believe, and you will receive. If the mind of one person is powerful, imagine the mind of thousands of our Aboriginal people, which are greater. But this isn't possible without these 2 powerful words, and I've heard it to this day. We are surrounded by it. These 2 powerful and magical words are thank you. Gratitude, the most important aspect in our life. This is our game changer. This is our opportunity to strive for success. Let me wake you up from a deep sleep that you have been living through up until now. Open your mind. So I'm going to repeat the whole message, and you're going to realize how to get our water back. This is a very strong correction. This is the wrong page. No, I mean. Thank you, thank you, thank you for anything and everything that you have done for me and my people, spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally, and for giving us the opportunity to strive for success. Whatever the mind can conceive, it can receive. My name is Dalton Mckay. I am the youth representative for Cross Lake, Manitoba. We have the right to manifest our own thoughts and create our own future. Whatever you can think about is what you bring about. Rather, if you think you can or can't, either way you're right. I think that's what the solution is with our generation, that there's too much positive conflict saying that there is hope for our water, that the water is already clean. And that enlightens me to hear that from many of our youth. The water now looks so magnificent and beautiful that you could practically see right through the water. And right now, I know we can environmentally benefit a better future. It is a lot easier than you think. You just have to be wide awake. Mother Nature's future will be bright for as long as we know we can. Take care of the land, and the land will take care of you. There's still hope. There always has been. Thank you. Take time to... This is our time to rise, Aboriginal people, us Indigenous people. This is our time to shine. We will no longer be beaten up into silence. We are no longer to be stepped on and walked all over on. For we are now independent people. For the most magnificent and brilliant version of our Aboriginal people. Be humble and be proud of how you are and what you do. Because you are the next faces that will make us stand for our land. United we stand, together we strive. Before and after you reach these level achievements, simply say thank you to mid-air, as if somebody's there. Like I said, thank you.